Hello everybody and welcome. I'm just gonna jump right into today's project. I am filming solo, so bear with me if I can't catch all the comments when I'm reading them, or if you guys have any questions, just let me know. But today, I'm just gonna show you guys a skull mask that I saw on Pinterest. When I clicked that pin, it was literally $133 for two of them, and then I found another link and it was 60 bucks for two of them. I'm gonna show you how I made it for less than 10, and I think it looks a little bit better than the ones that you can buy. So today I'm gonna teach you how to make a dollar store skull sconce. And some of you are gonna be like, why do you need DIY Halloween decor lighting? That's because I'm turning my front entryway into a haunted hotel and I needed some sconces. So now I'm gonna show you how I made some skull sconces for less than 10 bucks when they're being sold for like $133. But before we jump into it, let me know what you guys are DIYing so you can enter the giveaway down below, and Hometalk will contact you at the end. I will not be personally contacting you, so watch out for the winner in the comments. We're gonna jump right into it. All you're gonna need for this DIY for like the main two objects is a wooden circle from Michael's with that 40% off coupon, and then a skull mask that I've already spray painted because I need to save some time for you guys. But we're gonna get started right now. Let me flip the camera. Okay. So this is gonna be phase one, and maybe some of you guys are like, what the heck? Okay, so when I bought this originally, it was a mask that was this color. You can see why I painted it. I wanted it to be a little bit brighter. So I think this one was the right one. Yeah, it was holding the face like this on the side, and it was almost like a little mask. So I just ripped this off, and when you rip this off, actually, it kind of broke the side, but it's nothing that obviously hot glue cannot fix. So I just put that back together with hot glue, because if you're using this guy, it will unfortunately snap because it is a plastic, obviously. But then I just spray painted it this flat white, and then we're gonna just add our own detailing to it, because the details that were on this guy before looked like really, really dirty. So I kind of wanted to make it brighter. This was the original color before. You can see it's like almost a dirt brown, and then some areas, I don't know, it just doesn't look very classy. So I wanted to class it up. I'm gonna show you how I did that. So all you're gonna need for this portion is spray paint. If you guys wanna do it gold or something, you guys can obviously do a different color than what I'm doing. I don't know why the comments aren't coming through anymore, but hopefully they are. And let me know in the comments down below what you guys are DIYing this week so you can enter the giveaway. And also, I don't know what's happening with the comments. I hope that I can see them popping up. So I'm just gonna use gray and black for this guy after I've already spray painted it white. And yeah, so for the first portion, I'm just gonna use this like little tiny sponge brush just to do the inside of the eyes, and then we're gonna move to a couple of details onto the nose and the teeth. But again, it's totally optional to you guys if you want to DIY the details to it. I'm gonna put this behind here for extra security, and let's just get started. So if you're just joining us, what I'm going to be making is a skull sconce. And if you guys can open another tab on your computer, you guys can probably Pinterest it and see what I'm talking about if you want to see the final product beforehand. But mine actually is going to look a little bit different. I personally like mine a little bit more, but I think that's because it's just made with a little extra love, and I can detail it to my own space. So I'm going to go in and just blacken these eyes. And if you guys don't want to do this, you don't have to. Like I said, you could just leave like the skull as is. But for me, it just wasn't as detailed. It definitely wasn't as bright. So I'm just going to go in. I'm going to work around this camera. Hopefully you guys can see all this. I'm just going into like the orbital bone. Is that what it's called? I don't really know. And now a trick to distress this. Some people can get all crazy with it. I'm not very good at it. So what I like to do is just take a smaller little foam brush. I feel like a beauty guru going through all of this. I don't know why I can't see your, oh, here we go. Let me see all your comments. I'm like, what the heck is going on? There we go. All right. So you're just going to take a little foam brush like this guy. You're going to have a cup of water on hand. Just dip them in, kind of dab them off. And for me, I just went in and I just kind of like roughed it up a bit. And the best part about this is because it's so pigmented, you can just drag it, because you don't want, you know, everything to look super, super dirty, at least not for me. So I'm just going in with my foam brush and basically like water distressing the eyes. And I think, I don't know, for me it works really well. I'm going in and just shading it out. It's almost like makeup in a sense. And again, this is totally your guys' call, how much you want to distress it, how much you do not want to distress it, and you want to have water on hand because that's what you're going to be needing for all this. If things are getting a little too crazy for you, take a dry brush really quick and you're just going to clean that on up. And the reason I'm cleaning this up is because we're going to go back in with some gray, and then I just start to kind of flick the black everywhere, and you can tell that it starts to get a little bit dirty. I hope this part doesn't take too long for you guys. Let me know if you want me to just skip through, but this is actually really fun. So now for the nose, oh, actually, let's finish distressing these eyes real quick. So I'm just taking water after I've painted this, and again, you guys, this is totally optional for everybody. If you don't like it, if you want to just leave it as is, that is totally up to you. You do not have to do this part. And then I'm just going to dirty it on up. So now you guys are like, what the heck? But the skull before was like a rusty brown. It wasn't a true white that popped. It kind of just blended in with the stained wood that I bought for this project. Okay. All right. Yeah, and I see little comments popping up about Vegas. You guys, obviously, my heart is with you. Hopefully, if anybody's tuning in that's affected by it, maybe this makes your day a little bit brighter. I know that's like nothing, but okay. So now we're going to move to the nose portion, and we're just going to dirty his little nose up. You can see that some of the whites down there. All right. So keep going. Okay, let me know if you guys want me to skip this detailing part. I don't want it to be super short though. But I just want to show you how like easy this is, because I am not an artist when it comes to painting. I'm actually terrible at it. So, and for everybody that's tuning in, I am actually located in Los Angeles, so it's actually really hot in this garage. My workshop's in my garage. Now with the nose, like I said before, I'm just going to go back in with that water. I'm just going to detail around it and kind of make him look like he's like rotting almost. And don't worry if this gets crazy right here with the black. You just go back in with your dry. You're just going to brush it away. And I really actually like how the water spots dry because they kind of fill in those really, really white grooves and it makes it look a little bit messier. Okay. Yeah, it's creepy looking, right? Isn't it weird? But that's what I'm trying to do for my front entryway is turn it into a haunted hotel vibe. So, and that's why my lighting's a little dark because I wanted to get a little festive. All right, so basically now one of my tips for you if you are going to be DIYing this portion and detailing it is go into the teeth and make a little black mark. Bink, not that much black, jeez-o. And this is going to kind of make them look nasty. And I know this looks not so cute, but that is what the power of all of this is with water. I accidentally stumbled across this water trick. Now this looks crazy. It looks like I'm brushing the skeleton's teeth with charcoal, but you're going to quickly go back in and just brush them. Brush them off. And then you want to just dab it and get as much off as possible. And then let me see. And then see if you get a little bit too much black, you just go back in. And this actually looks different than my other skull sconce that I have made for you guys that you'll see. I did the teeth a little bit different on this guy. And then all that's left for me is I'm going to go through the cracks. I'm just going over it with some black water, basically like just paint residue to give it that little scuffed variation. And now we're going to go into the crevices. Like right here looks a little watery, so you just grab that brush, try to soak in as much as you can. And now for the light gray, this is a good option when you don't want to go too dark, but you still want to do like that whole water thing. So you're just going to go into the crevices where the skull, I don't even know if you can see. Oh yeah, you can. Okay. So you're going to go into where the crevices are. All right. And this doesn't have to be neat, you guys. I'm not talented by any means when it comes to painting, but like I said, I stumbled across this trick on accident. So we're just going to go in. Actually, let's go in with this guy. Hey, Bill, too. How many of you guys are decorating your front entryway, like in your house? I know a lot of you guys decorate the front, like porch area, but I'm talking about inside. This is where this is going for me. So I'm just going to go through, scuff that up a little bit more, and then we're going to cut this guy's head off, basically the top half of it. And I know that sounds intense, but it's actually not. And then another trick for these darker crevices, you just want to take some, let's take some black paint and water. Dab that out, and then you're just going to go through and just kind of let it bleed through the cracks because that is going to make it look a little bit dingy. So I'm just going through, adding some black. I'm not getting really too much in the upper half of it because I don't really need to. And then with that dry sponge, I'm just gonna go through and brush it down and away. And then get some more water where I don't want it. And then just brush it off. That way it dirties those up naturally. It doesn't look like we're trying to marbleize anything. It's basically just doing it on its own. So, now bring that black out. And you want to have a towel because you want to be able to dry your brush when needed, like just dabbing it on there to get the excess water off of it. And now when we go up close, they look a little bit more dirty, but not as cheap as the dollar store ones. So we're going from that. Now we're going to just do this side real quick, and then we're going to move forward. I'm sorry, guys, if this is taking a little long. Made it a haunted hallway, having a killer. Oh my gosh, do you guys always have haunted houses? I get so scared to even go in them. I will fast forward in 2 seconds. I do need to finish this though because I want to be able to blend all my paints and it all looks the same. So I'm going to try this technique. Like I said, I'm not a painter, so we're just going to blend it in like that. Try a different one. And like I said, you don't have to be insanely talented at painting this. I'm going to move forward in 2 seconds. I just want to make sure this guy's even. All right, and now you can see a black got in there, and that's okay. All right. So now just adding a little bit of dirty on this side because that's where like that little rip happened. But again, you're not going to be able to see that one. All right. Now after you've distressed your skull, I might go back in and make a couple of changes, which is always awesome. After you've done this, you're just going to go in with scissors and you're basically going to cut off the top half of his head. I'm going to do it from this point to this point, essentially, because it's just a straight line across for me. So grab your scissors after you've distressed this skull. And for you guys joining, this was a mask from the dollar store that looked like this, and it had like a brown tinge to it, so we just brightened it up with some black and white. Now you're gonna go on in, and you can draw a line if you want. I'm actually just gonna freehand it, hopefully. So you take it, and you just wanna make it look a little rigid. And this part doesn't really matter too much because the more rigid the better. You guys can obviously cut it out first, like if you aren't sorry, I'm focusing for a second, but you want to do like a little pink kind of thing, like a groove. And then I'm gonna go a little bit deeper on one side, make it look like we kind of cracked his head open a little bit, and then you're gonna go like that, and maybe not make that so sharp. So now you're gonna have something like this. And this is gonna be the front of your sconce, obviously, and the light will come behind it. But you guys just saw, I'm not sure how long this just took me. I am gonna come back in. I feel kind of rushed by the comments that you guys don't wanna see this, but I don't wanna sorry, my language, I don't wanna half-ass it. So just let me finish up this detail real quick right here. It's gonna take me 2 seconds. Just to make sure, because sometimes it gathers, you can see it pulls up. You don't want that. You wanna go back in and suck that up with a brush so it looks more natural. All right, and then you want to blend. I feel like a beauty guru for the skulls, stars. Okay, now we're going to move on to the second phase. So this phase one was totally optional. Again, you don't have to do this if you like the color of your skull at your local dollar store. I did not. Now I'm going to move you over to this guy. And what you're going to need here, let me adjust this for you. Obviously, you're going to need a circle base. Like this. I already went ahead and stained them because obviously I don't want to keep you guys here for long. This is an 8-inch round circle. And then this is the stain that I use. It's just called like a dark walnut because I think this is very old school, like older classical hotel. I don't know. I'm kind of basing it off of the ride at Disneyland, the Twilight Zone one that used to be there. And then you might ask what this is for, but this is actually going to be the perfect height to hold this guy up when we make this little lip that I'm about to show you. So obviously, because this is a sconce, you cannot just attach it. I want it to be floating. So I figured out a way to do this. I just took a little piece of craft wood and I'm gonna glue him to the inside of this little teeth area. And then I'm just gonna have to add some glue. For this sake, I'm gonna use hot glue, but you should be using wood glue. The reason well, I guess I'll use wood. I don't know what I'll use yet. So hold that guy up. Oh, I'll just put him like this. He's still kind of wet, so I'm gonna set him blank right there. I don't know if you guys get perfect. And now, what you're gonna do, this is the Ryobi wireless glue gun. If you guys wanna know what that's all about, that's from Home Depot. I'm gonna not half-ass this again because I'm gonna add a weight to it and I am gonna wood glue this. And then I'm gonna kind of show you the steps of how to glue it onto the the wood, but I do have the final product. I just want this to be as secure as possible, and I don't want to tell you guys, hey, use hot glue when this isn't a step that I used hot glue in, so please bear with me. You're just going to grab this guy, and obviously you want a towel that you don't care about, so grab a paper towel or something, and then you're just going to go on the inside of his mouth. Obviously, you need to open your glue first. So like I said, inside, this is gonna be like the little ledge area for your candle. And you guys, I'm not lying. If you look at my YouTube tutorial that I just dropped on my channel on Wednesday, there's links down below where you can see this. It is literally being sold for $133. I'm not kidding you. I was like, I'm not spending money when I know I can make that. So you wanna just push that down right into that little teeth area, and then we're actually just going to use this pumpkin. For this stage, I let this one just hold it down. Sorry guys for cursing, I apologize. But you could do this, yeah, you could do this in a black, you can do spider webs over it, then place the thing on top of it, but it's totally your creative decision. So this is the wood stain that I used. Then once this is dry, you're gonna take it, I'm just gonna hold it and show you guys the next step, because literally the next step, all I do is I'm gonna take wood glue, trim this small piece of wood, and then once that's all hooked up, you're gonna grab it. Sorry guys, I just really wanna glue this properly. When my hot glue gun pops up, you know, I will show you. Where are you? There you are. Then you wanna center it onto this little platform with that the wood glue right down here. That's when you need something of good height to come into handy. Because once you do that step to glue it on, you're gonna need this to go behind it so your skull kind of stays propped up onto that wood straight and it doesn't dip down. So that would be your next step, obviously. I'm gonna actually glue this and do this properly because I do wanna use this for my house. So let's just wait this, and I'm gonna show you the final product right now. This one's just the second one that I made. I'm gonna let this be glued all the way to the tip of that, have this hold down over. And after you glue that to the circle, I can't show you, I apologize, I don't know why there's so, this one, this glue gun is actually only 30 bucks. It is pretty expensive, but it's a great glue gun. I don't know why there's so many angry faces. We're gonna go right here, and I'm gonna show you what this guy is all about. So this is him all said and done with the glue, and then I just went ahead and I stained this little ledge piece to match my back piece, so when it's just sitting like this, it's totally floating up. And you're just gonna do another step if you want to. Oh, I don't know, people get angry. So when you glue that onto there, the reason I can't do this on camera for you guys is it takes overnight, so please don't be mad. But this is just literally wood glued. There's no nails in the back supporting it. But, so, I don't know what else to tell you guys. That's it. So you're just gonna literally wood glue the inside. I don't know if I can get a good shot. Okay, here we go. So that's just wood glue on the inside to the lip. I added a little sticky of Velcro to this because I'm gonna just use a candle, a fake candle. I'm not gonna use a real one, obviously, because this is plastic. We don't want none of that. So when you add your candle, I love this too because it's gonna be Velcroed on. And I mean, you can't really see because it's light out, but let me show you what it looks like hung up. Let me take this phone out of here. Oh, can I take this one out of here? Yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna take you with me through my set. This is actually where I film. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like when we hang him up, hopefully like this. I just have a piece of rope on the back end. I'm gonna pull back a little bit, center him. Ooh, sorry, terrible camera angle. All right, and you guys, that is it. I'm making that second one right now. Like I said, this guy was less than $10. It is sold for 60 bucks to 133 bucks for two of them. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry I couldn't show you this process, but he is currently filming. He's currently drying down here, and then I'll glue him to there, and that's when he will look like this. Don't forget to look in the comments to see who won today's giveaway. I hope that you guys enjoyed this, guys. Sorry I skipped a couple of steps, but you know, I know your patience runs thin, but let me show you a little bit over here. So that fake candle is just floating. Nothing else is holding him up. It is so light. That's just a little ledge. You can put a little corner brace down here if you wanted to, or even nail it in the back. And that is all, you guys. I hope you loved it. Tune in for another live tomorrow. I hope you guys, what did I use to hang it on the back? Good question. I'm gonna show you a little DIY hack that I did. Hi Jose. My handyman's here. So I just did 2 staples, then I put a piece of rope through, and obviously I missed a couple of times. I tied it on each side, but again, it's not because I need it to look great. I'm not hanging it permanently. I'm just hanging it for the decor season of Halloween. So I hope that you guys have a great rest of your evening. Look out for the giveaway winner down below. I'll see you guys soon. Much love. Bye.